Hi friends, you are some of the first to see paint used in a totally unique process. And you will see this and ask yourself, what is that? The Vizsla Ad Colors Surfboard Art Contest, where I set out to enter and win this art challenge, as its fluorescent paint resembles the iridescent butterfly. And the concentration of paint droplets resemble perhaps caterpillars. And I can't wait to show you my process. The sculptural use of paint is made to resemble forms found in nature. I have a complete video about how I discovered this process on my website, dominiquekongsli.com. With the ocean crying out for help and coral reefs being damaged by our overconsumption of plastic, it's pure irony that these little coral formations are actually made of acrylic polymer and a sort of plastic. Hi, my name is Dominique Kongsli and I'm a professional artist and surfer. I started out with my blank Lost Mayhem RV board and chose inspiration from my fine art paintings. I wanted to think outside the box and do something with paint that no one's ever done before on a surfboard. When reading through the contest rules, I realized that there was very little stipulation as to how paint could be used, and so I knew that I had to give this a try on a surfboard, even though it might render my surfboard unusable. I've been working a lot with Labyrinth, as seen here in a work in progress painting. I modified a heart-shaped labyrinth, and I'm going to cover up the Lost decal with it. The plan is to replace the Lost and Mayhem decals with a symbol of actually finding oneself. I chose fluorescent blue paint to symbolize the ocean. And here's my toddler joining me, kind of messing up my painting and kind of making it awesome at the same time. She's my studio buddy when I don't have childcare, and as a mom and working artist, I consider her contribution a sort of cost of doing business. Now to frosting the painting. I mix up my paints and begin the labyrinth. I start out with white and then black to create contrast. That's what makes this painting really pop. Oops. These base layers are the most important because they provide the whole structure for the coral reef and the subsequent layers. Next, I add some holographic nail polish. Remember, I'm thinking outside the box here. So here's what that looks like up close. It's not perfect, it's abstract, but it's going to be the structure for everything. Next, I mix up some neon paint, and I'm mixing it with acrylic polymer. Notice my little baby in the background. He's completely safe, I'm checking on him, but I have a feeling he's going to be a surfer someday soon. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm going to meditate. And through each line and layer, I give form to color. I think these paintings remind me the most of a coral reef. And you know, love is the most powerful force in the universe. Since my process is extremely meditative, and so is the act of surfing, it seemed like a perfect marriage of two ideas. In addition to mixing up my own paint and frosting my paintings with frosting bags, I also use puffy paint from Tulip. I find that the convenience of the squeeze bottle is really helpful, and they create some colors that would take a lot of paint mixing to get. And a lot of them have glitter in them, and I love glitter. Each layer takes hours to dry, so one can see that this is an extremely laborious process. Through each paint application and layer, a painting is formed, much like a coral reef, so the process is definitely kind of meta. after completed, I needed to paint over the mayhem. That's kind of my goal in life, is just paint over the mayhem. Oops! My tape ripped off my first layer, but it created such a cool pattern that I had to leave some of that on to show the scars of the past. As Rob Ross would say, happy accidents. Here's my finished product, the Blue Morpho. And did you know that much of the paint that I use glows in the dark? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video inspires you to get out there and create something awesome.